First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash. Yahweh is the name of who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai is the name of who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashim means in the name. Rakab means spirit, and Kodash means holy, and that's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today I wanted to play this video by the brother Hopeful Elect 3, where I always posting videos about things going on, and go ahead and subscribe to this brother. But I'm gonna play this video going into how this kingdom, hey, it is fallen, man. It's fallen, and these people are waking up to the bullshit that's going on. Okay, and this guy, let me play the video. This guy was going into how this place is through, right? If they bring a draft, I'm not sending my daughter. I'm not sending this and that. But let me just let the video play and speak for itself.
Let me get this right. You want to pass a law to draft my daughter to send to another one of your foreign fucking wars for something you created so your arms manufacturers can make more money for your banker friends. Did I get that fucking solid right or not? Now, wrong, elephant breath. My daughter will not be joining the military any way, shape, or form unless it's to fight this fucking war that this government has started against its people. See how simple that is? The very fact that you don't understand the societal fucking rules about women and children, let me school you a little bit. Now, the fact of the matter is you can't make your fucking recruitment numbers because your recruiters told so many lies like, oh yes, you get the condo on the beach when you join up. Oh, you get to start here, but we're going to switch you to what you really want later. And the biggest boner up the ass, the VA will take care of you if you got hurt. Hey, the reason you can't meet the recruitment goals is because these young men have already voted with their fucking feet. They're not going to fucking fight. And the fact that you think you're going to get the women to fight, let me put it to you this way. It was one thing when you oppressed us with unbelievable fucking taxes. One thing, because we were living in nice homes and still eating pretty good. It's another thing when you spied on us to the degree that you did and made us realize that we don't have any freedom. It's another thing when you not only wrecked the fucking economy, but you fucking did it in such a way where you spent so much fucking money that went to special interest groups that the people never had a chance to benefit from it. And now, when you have people that are homeless eating canned goods out of the back of their fucking car, you know what? They may do that for themselves, but their kids are not going to go through that. Motherfucker, you're going to find out what people will do for their fucking children. You protect women and children because it's the societal norm. It has nothing to do with being sexist or unequal in any way. The fact is, you should always protect people that are weak of themselves and always stand up for the right fucking thing. And the right fucking thing here is, if my daughter is going to be in a war, she's not going to have to go to a fucking foreign country to fight it. Fuck your taxes, fuck your withholding, fuck your FEMA, fuck your IRS, fuck you, fuck your corrupt Congress, fuck your corrupt presidents, fuck your entire election process. You know, I could go on forever, but let's face it, the world's not going to live that long before a fucking meteor solves a problem for us. So, fuck you. And if anybody doesn't like what I'm saying, you know what you can do. If you do like what I'm saying, give me a hell yeah in the comments, because our women aren't going to fight a fucking war for some corrupt fucking government.
Right? That's exactly how majority of our people and just the modern American is feeling. Right? They're feeling that fuck this place mentality. Right? This government is oppressing us. Instead of helping out the homeless here in America, they're sending millions and billions over there to Ukraine, okay, to a lost cause. This is exactly what's going on, and this is ultimately because we have a wicked oppressor in rulership, right? There's a scripture that goes into how when the righteous are in rule, right, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, right, the people mourn. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Okay, and this is actually prophetic about how people were going to come against their own governments, right, or against their own kind, because this is just Edomite versus Edomite action. Okay, and let's get that. This is Psalms chapter 64. Let's start at verse 7. It says, "But God shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly shall they be wounded." Right, let's go into the missiles. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves all that see them shall flee away. And that's what's happening right now, is that their own tongues, right, is falling upon themselves. Their own people is calling out the bullshit that the wicked elite are doing at the top, that the government is pushing. Their own people, their own tongue. Okay, and it's only gonna get worse and worse till people start rioting, uproars of the people, right? People start killing, robbing, raping. All these things are gonna come soon to pass, and it's just only a matter of time, because here it is, your modern, your regular American, right? He's realizing, right? This society has not done anything beneficial for me. Why am I gonna go to war, right? Why am I gonna go to war when all they do is tax me to death, right? When I have to go work a 9 to 5 with that money, I can't even pay my bills. Okay, we're in a wicked and oppressed society, and the people are waking up to that. And the scripture just came to my mind, right? This is that covering cast being thrown down, right? This is Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." Right? And the covering cast goes into something that's been covered, right? The covering cast over all people is going into those lies, right? Those lies are being shown. And let me actually rephrase that. Let's reread it. It says, "And he will destroy in this mountain," the mountain goes into government, right? "He will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast," right? These people, hey, for a long time, they've had something over their faces, right? Something just completely blinding them. And it's the lies that they've been told. But those lies, that covering cast is being destroyed, right? And it says, once again, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations," right? Because the other nations are realizing that this place, hey, everything it does is just completely destructive and wickedness. And that if you follow the ways of America, right, the philosophy, the line, ultimately you're going to get destroyed, right? Your people are going to turn out moles, right? No order. And this is ultimately, it's just wickedness, man, right? Sin. And ultimately, sin brings forth a death. Okay? And this is what's happening. That covering cast is being unveiled. This guy's realizing it. And your modern Edomite, you're not Edomite, yeah, your modern Edomite, your modern American, your modern Babylonian, right, is coming against his own people and coming against what he's known his entire life. Because that covering cast, is being done away with. But this is all prophecy. Okay, let's get this in Matthew chapter 10 and verse 21. It says, and I'll start at verse 20. It says, "For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you." Right? And this is Yahushua talking, going into how men, right, people are going to come against the apostles and the prophets. But this applies to everyone, right? We're still going to see these things. It says, "And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death." Right? People are going to start coming against each other, right, for the words that they speak, right? More importantly, the prophets for what we're saying, but just in general, right? We're going to have division. And this is ultimately called controlled opposition, right? Controlled opposition, right? You have the left wing and you have the right wing, right? You have the liberals and you have the other people on the other side, right? But they're ultimately part of that same bird, right? It's just all control. But that's how they get people, right? With these different philosophies. "Oh, I hate you because you're a liberal." It doesn't matter if you're a good person. You're this and this and that. I hate you because you're in this subsection, right? That's just straight division. And on top of that, like I said, our modern day people are waking up to the bullshit. And just wait till they bring in that draft, okay? And they're telling everybody, hey, 20 to 50 years old, woman or male, right? You gotta go to war. We're gonna, when they say that, we're gonna see some true uproars of the people and some true chaos go on here in America. Because these people, they're not gonna comply to that, okay? They're not gonna comply to that at all. And if they come to me with that bullshit, hey, I'm going to jail, right? I'm going to jail. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna cover me. Because I know that if I go to World War III, yeah, I'm done, man. I'm gonna be over here fighting with Yahushua and his angels. Anyone that goes to World War III over there in what's called the Middle East today is going to be completely obliterated. Okay? But let's get this in 2nd Ezra chapter 6. And the brother had this on the screen, but let's get a little bit more into it. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 And I'll start at verse 23. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Right? Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world." Right? But ultimately, the point is in verse 24, right? Your modern day Joe Schmo neighbor you've had your entire life, hey, he's going to come against you. And he's going to come and try to kill you because the things that you're saying, because the times that we're going to be in, right? Lack of bread, famine, pestilence, right? That's ultimately division. And as Yahushua said, he didn't come to bring peace, but rather division, right? To set his brother against brother, right? Family against family. And that's ultimately what's coming, right? This is just the beginning of woes, right? The beginning of terrors. Let's get that precept now in 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Now start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right? People are going to be fighting. And the modern day sword is the gun. AK-47s, AR-15s, Glock 9. Right? This is going to be a daily occurrence. It says, "For there shall be sedition," and sedition goes into when men are going to come in against the government. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right? You're going to have your modern day man, woman, family is not going to be listening to what the government says, to what the president says, to what the governor says. Right? They're going to be taking things into their own hands because things are going to be crucial. It's going to be survival of the fittest. They're not going to be worrying about, oh, can I go to Walmart? Nah, they're going to be worrying about how can I survive? Where can I get water? Where can I get food? Right? It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of the pride because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." Like I said, your neighbor you've known your entire life. You've had barbecue cookouts with, right? You've hung out with, watched TV shows, you know what I mean? That neighbor you've known your entire life, he's gonna turn on you and kill you. Take your woman, take your food, take your water because of the times that are gonna come upon him, right? Great tribulation, right? You're gonna see that true nature come out, the true nature of these beasts, right? Cannibalism is gonna come back, okay? And this is all prophesied, right? It always goes back to the book. And I was watching this post. I saw this post on Facebook, man, and this low level simple woman was going into how um one thing happens in the world, and here it is. You have Christians saying it's the end of the world, right? Because of what's going on with Israel and Palestine and these earthquakes. But the point is that we are in the end times. It's just that these so-called Christians, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know. But all these prophecies, they're coming to pass, and we're seeing it. We're seeing the beginnings of the end. But I had one more scripture. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 25, it says, "And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand." And right now, we're living in a very divided kingdom, right? Like I said, you have the left wing, the right wing. You have people that believe in war and people that believe in peace. The Israelis and the Palestinians, right? Complete division in this society in this kingdom, and it's gonna come to a halt, right? It's gonna reach a point where they can't kick that can down anymore, kick that can down the road anymore, and slowly but surely, the society is going down the drain, right? But let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens before this year ends. Because I can already tell in the spirit, through the spirit, that 2024 is gonna be a hell of a year. This Israel-Palestine conflict is not gonna die down. Lord willing, Abaratazah, and Lord willing, they bring in that draft, and we can see some things really start unfolding. Some true terror is gonna come upon this world, as has been written. But the elect, we're gonna be covered. Because while everybody is out here living their daily life, living vicariously, right? Doing whatever they want. The elect, we're getting prepared. We're going down that straight gate, that straight path, and preparing ourselves for these times. Because right now we're paying for it. Right now we're paying, right? We're building up that tab, right? So we don't have to do it later. But these people that are not worrying right now, later they're gonna have to worry. You see what I mean? Now I'm just chatting. The point has been established, right? This kingdom is divided, and it's all prophetic, right? It's gonna come down to a halt, and soon. Abaratazah, Lord willing, this place goes down soon. But hopefully this is edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me the truth. Shalom to elect, Shalom.